let's talk about retardmaxxing. This is one of those things that when you understand this, you realize why so many dumb people that genuinely seem to be kind of retarded, why those people make so much more money than you're making right now. And the last couple of months, when I started making more and more money, my income has been going up well over 10K a month and getting freedom for myself, set myself up financially for the rest of my life in my early 20s. This has come because I've applied retardmaxxing in a specific way I want to share with you in this video. And it's probably not what you think it is. It's not just it being retarded like all over. It's like acting on dopamine. It's like doing the things that you think like that you just feel like doing in the moment. That's not what it is. But it is realizing there's two different types of people in life, and especially trying to like make money, trying to achieve success at a young age. This version number one, which is the old me, how I used to do stuff, who they feel extremely good about analyzation and learning and researching, you know? This is most people, this is like 99% of young guys trying to make it right now. They sit down and they feel like, okay, I'm learning, I'm trying to understand this business model, trying to understand success better, trying to understand like the right mindset of success, you know, like this learning, they're analyzing, they're comparing different online businesses, they're trying to gather information to feel more confident in making a decision. And they feel good about doing that. You're tricking yourself into feeling good about learning more and analyzing, and you're thinking that analyzation and evaluating different options, taking time, that signals intelligence. This is what I used to believe, and this is what most people do. I can't even tell you about how much time I've spent, absolutely retarded, just like sitting down and analyzing different options, trying to figure out what's gonna happen if I pursue this online business, what's gonna happen in a year, what's gonna be the downside if this fails, what's gonna be the outcome if I do this down the road. Like, I'm starting to analyze these future outcomes. There was like 0 point in doing that whatsoever. That is version number one. That's what most people do, which is the opposite of retardmaxxing. It's the retarded way of doing things, but it's not going to get you to your goal. What successful people do, the people that actually make it big at a young age, what they do is they do the stuff that seems retarded to these intelligent people. They go out there, they have massive confidence in themselves, and they just act on shit. They throw stuff at the wall and just like see what sticks. They just take action. They understand that confidence and certainty and belief does not come from sitting there and analyzing. Because of that, they go out and they try shit. When I made this shift from this first intelligent guy into this retardmaxxing version of myself, that's when everything clicked. Because I used to live with my parents and I was analyzing different businesses, trying to like, should I do high ticket sales? Should I do drop shipping? Should I do trading? I was kind of like had one foot into all these different businesses, you know? Is this gonna work? Can I do this? Is this gonna work for me who's a Swedish guy who doesn't speak great English? I was like analyzing these different options and trying to figure out, is this gonna be a long-term solution for me, blah, blah, blah. Like that's was all I was doing. And I was just sitting down trying to like figure out answers to all these different questions all day long. And I was broke, stuck doing it. When I shifted and I stepped into this like retard mode, but I just like did stuff which seems stupid to the intelligent mind. I jumped into something. I jumped into the business model. I jumped in with the confidence that I'm gonna make it. It wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna try this out and try to succeed with it. I just jumped in with a delusional confidence, thinking and acting and speaking like the version of me who already made it in that business model. And I just committed to it fully. Which again, this seems retarded to the intelligent person, because the intelligent person, they have the belief, and this is what, everything comes back to your beliefs. You believe that you need to have something internally, you need to like analyze to get to a certain state before you're ready to actually achieve a result. It's the opposite around. You take action, you move forward, you invest in yourself, you start a business, you do your first sales call, whatever it is. You start before you feel ready, and that's when the result happens. This is exactly like how I've gotten to where I've gotten now in my life, where income has been going up and up and up, because I just move into stuff before I feel ready like doing it. Before I have analyzed properly and know all the different outcomes, because you don't know that shit until you jump into it. When you start something, it leads you forward. Action always makes the path align in front of you. The worst thing that you can do, the times in my life where I stay the most stuck, is when I just like sit down, I analyze, try to figure out, should I take this path or this path? Should I do this business model, this business model? Is this gonna be around in the next 3 years, 5 years? Or should I do this other thing instead? What's the best skill to learn? When I've made the most progress, I just jump into something and I go all in with it. I trust and I step in and I speak from the conviction of someone who's already successful in that industry. And you just go all in with it. And then you trust that that's gonna lead you to where you wanna go. And a lot of times that might not be that exact same business model. For example, when I started off in my journey, I jumped into starting an agency, a marketing agency. That's not what I'm doing right now. I'm doing high ticket sales right now. That's what's making me the money that's allowing me to travel the world, have freedom, and all that stuff is high ticket sales. But doing an agency helped me learn the online business like landscape, helped me learn a bit of sales, helped me get some connections that led me into high ticket sales. When I started off in high ticket sales, I was an appointment setter, the lowest level role. Then I became a closer. Then I became a sales manager, which is what I do right now. I did not see that ahead of time. I just jumped into the vehicle, the thing that was right ahead of me, and I just went all in on that. As an appointment setter, I want to become the best possible appointment setter. I just locked in, got extremely good. I became a closer. I wanted to become the best closer possible, went all in on that. Boom, I got an opportunity to become a sales manager. That's how my income has been going up, and that's how the game works. You go all in on the thing that's ahead of you, but you do not know what the path is going to look like before you jump into it. To stop thinking and analyzing and sitting there and trying to perfect the plan is going to get you forward, and start retard maxing. Start being the guy who's going to jump in and understand that the certainty comes when you walk. The certainty and the conviction comes when you walk the path, and that's when you actually see everything align in front of you, and that's when you end up where you're supposed to be. The universe guides you when you just move forward. The universe rewards action. The universe does not reward, it hates indecision. So get out of indecision right now and start picking a path and just walking it. And I promise you will see stuff align as you do. If you want to work with me to get into high ticket sales, get into a role, get coached by me directly, you can book a call down below to speak with me, see if you're a good fit. Any questions, DM on Instagram, and hopefully this is valuable. Hopefully you can actually take this stuff away and implement this in your life. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.